Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
58.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Man left. We got three, fellas. We got three.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Let's go, come on.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He goes underneath to Ingram. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Scat 300. Scat 300. Gun. Three down.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Airing one out for Boyd. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Jumbo! 89. Watch 89. Shift. Zoom.
Here's Rodgers throwing again. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs.
Jumbo! Gun. 3 down. That's fine, yeah. Blue 58 to 9. 319.
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
Be ready.
Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Let's go, hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Going right. Down, 5 down. No.
A handoff to Mixon. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Davante Adams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
3 down, 3 down.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Johnson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Gun!
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right?
No.
Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Hey, Lex!
Switch!
And a former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
Renate.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set.
Hey, check 26.
Single.
Jumbo.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's taken to the 26. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Tight is Ringo. Tight is on the Ringo.
Oko, over here. Zoom.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Flush to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him for a loss of 5.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
All right.
To throw is Rodgers.
No.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Hurry up, here we go.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
2nd down, Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Watch tight. Tight end right. We got three, fellas. We got 3.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big
Watch
man.
it now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Tighten up.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Tyus Bowser in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
We got him.
They go play action. Mayfield. Left side, it's Beckham. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Double tight.
Run right.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
Let's go, come on.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
3 down, 3 down. Kill.
Hoka over here.
Slam.
Now Joe Mixon. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Strong right.
Hey, check 26.
3 down.
Hey, motion backfield.
Yeah, Liz.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
319. 319. Gun.
83's me.
Zoom.
I got wide.
Yeah, Liz. Green 19's an on.
Mike 5.
Zoom.
Curve it.
319.
To throw, it's Rodgers. brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Gun. Hey.
On play action, now Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Let's go.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Wind up. You got 58. Jumbo! Yeah, Liz. Hey. Zoom.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Caught by Snead over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. An NFL update, 2nd quarter now in Jacksonville. It's the Panthers moving back in front in what's been a seesaw affair. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Gun!
4 down.
Over!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Sponge. No.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. first down throw for Mayfield. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Watch 36.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Hut, hut.
Mayfield with it once more. Now he steps away, and that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Hurry up, here we go.
Play fake. Mayfield. Now, under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Willie Henry able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Watch 36, 36 the mic.
Gun, 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 gun.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's third down. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's a second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hut, hut!
To throw, Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tim Williams. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. this offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike, 36.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Third and long for Mayfield. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Scat 300! Scat 300! 26! Hey, where y'all going?
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, where y'all going? Going right. Zoom, zoom. Jumbo!
Check. 3 down.
Zoom, zoom.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
That's fine. Yeah. Scat 300. Scat 300.
You got 3.
Mixon with the first down carry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
26.
It's a loss of 2 there,
26.
bringing up second
Right
down.
left.
It's a tough one right there. He
26.
ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
The Ravens on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Singles.
Jumbo!
Single the slot.
Hey, check 26.
Check 43.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Check.
On first and 10, Mayfield. Escape, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made,
Detroit!
and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now Mayfield. Over the middle to Backus. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace, Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Watch 36.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Ringo. Here we go.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
52's the mic.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Nice kick. Mike 55.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Double tight.
Hoko over here. Yeah, Liz.
4 down.
Yeah, Liz.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. To Mixon on the check down. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven 1st. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Inside.
4 down.
No.
Check 3.
Gun.
Check 3.
319.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. But you got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Over! Detroit!
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. He's going to wind up and air it out. And, it'll be Intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get it. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hey, we got 3. We got
319! 319!
Check.
Let's get it!
Hot route. Hot. Check. 55 to Mike. Check.
Here's Rodgers. Going up top. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. A strong running. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now from Jacksonville. And the Panthers are starting to pull away in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
I'm coming back.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
Mayfield on play action. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
319!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Motion man, watch 12.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. Spins past him. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave them looking at a 4th and 1. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still anytime. Got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys. Yeah, you're fun. All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Mayfield off the play fake. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on first down. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
I got it. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! Gun! Over!
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go now.
Mayfield with it once more. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get the 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Gun!
And again, it's Mayfield. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
A first down throw for Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down, Johnson. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They come out here in the eye. They'll go with the keeper, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. No problem there on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
3 down. 3 19.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Once again, they run with Mixon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Tight on the right. 3 down.
They'll run with Mixon. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Mike 52.
Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Ravens on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9.
3 down. Hey, check.
319.
They'll run here with Mixon. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And now Now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a two-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field, but guess what? This one's now just about over.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Again, it's Mixon. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
1 yard gain on the play.
That's fine. Yeah.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with